and then, oh, what the?
Virtual reality, or VR for short, is a way that you and I can experience a reality that isn't real through way of a head tracking device. Now, it has come on in leaps and bounds in the last few years, which is amazing. It has so many different applications, but the good thing for sim racers like you and I is that we can get into a VR world, and if you've got a rig like this, you can have absolute immersion. Now, for the longest time, I have been confined to a 2D screen, but a week ago I went out and I bought myself a Meta Quest 2, which is an awesome little device. It's a middle-of-the-range VR headset for those people who are wanting a decent experience but not wanting to spend too much money. For the cost, this is a kick-ass VR headset.
Hello and welcome to Bathurst, Australia, and we are in a Formula 1 car, or a Formula Hybrid, which is made by RSS Studios for Assetto Corsa. I thought there was no better way to demonstrate how terrifying VR can be than being in a Formula 1 car, going down a track that's not really made for F1 cars, but is exciting nonetheless. Now, these cars are going to be super aggressive. There's going to be a lot of carnage, essentially, but we're going to have a good time. Now, the interesting thing about VR is that you have depth perception, which is something that is obviously missing when you play a traditional 2D screen, even triple screens. You can actually, okay. Oh, I should have expected them to bunch up there. So you can actually place your front wheels. So I can see my front wheels as they would probably appear to me in real life, giving me the ability to make millimeter adjustments to be really close to the walls, which is what Bathurst is really about. You do get up and personal with the walls around you. And oh my God, oh, we just saved that one. It is just an exciting track to go around. If you've never played this track before, you need to get on it. Anyway, we're going down a mountain through the S's. We're on the brake for pretty much mostly the whole thing, and then, oh, what the? What the hell happened there? So we're starting that again because crashing, although very funny, does block the track and it makes it hard to describe how this VR is. But as you could see, I could track the F1 car going over my head, which was very exciting. So we're going to pick up just before we left off. And honestly, an F1 car up in Bathurst was only ever going to be one thing, and that is carnage. Now, the interesting thing about this headset is that it has speakers built in, which is something that I didn't really consider when I went out and bought this. It's got speakers in the headset, and it does a good job of increasing the immersion that you already feel when you're going around the track, when you're racing in your games. And the sound is actually pretty good. Now, it's not the best sound device, obviously, but it does a good job of transmitting the sounds that you're wanting to kind of heighten your motorsports experience. Now, in VR, when you crash, it can be quite scary. Okay, and actually, one thing that people don't really give themselves a period of adjustment to is the fact that you can get some pretty good going sickness when you use VR, because your brain is seeing things and your body is expecting G-force. And when it doesn't get that G-force, it can get a bit confused, which can lead to feelings of sickness and nausea. I feel like being overtaken just feels a lot worse in VR because, close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes. And that is how you stop getting sick. When you spin, you close your eyes. Okay, that was, oh my God. This is insane, guys. Okay, all right. Now when you get close to a car, you can hear it, but look at that. We are going toe to toe with this guy. Ho, ho, ho.
If I've done nothing to showcase how cool VR is, at least you can see how weird Assetto Corsa's AI can be. Now, VR's not without its downsides. It is sometimes difficult to wear the headset for long periods of time, and I wouldn't want to do an endurance racing. But for enjoyment and immersion, VR is pretty unbeatable. In conclusion, I think VR is an amazing technology to have, and since I've had this headset, I have not had a 2D screen experience since then, and I'm really enjoying it. Now, obviously, next step really is to try what a triple screen setup would be like, because a lot of people really do swear by that. Now, if you have any other suggestions for me, any ideas regarding VR, anything and your experiences, please let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, do subscribe and look forward to some more Assetto Corsa and general sim racing content coming soon. Cheers.